What's up, Marvel fans? Today we're talking about the Fantastic Four First Steps, a new Marvel movie that is kicking off a new phase. And yeah, this review will contain peanuts. I mean, spoilers. So if you haven't watched it yet, hit pause, go watch it, and come on back to me. Don't go crying to mama if I ruin something for you. You have been warned. Now, right off the bat, the bond between the Fantastic Four is solid. And we don't waste time just seeing them become these heroes. They already are, and honestly, I love that. I know in the 2005 version, we see this whole process of how they became these superheroes. But honestly, I love this for the new phase of Marvel. I love that they already jumped in. They're already superheroes. They gave a little bit of a glimpse of how they became these superheroes if you're not familiar with their story. But honestly, for this new phase, I think it worked out perfectly the way they did it. Now, let's talk a little bit about the characters. Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby, is pregnant, which it's already said in the trailer is not a big shocker there. But it really goes into depth. That's basically the whole storyline is this baby. It's revolved around this baby and everything like that. And Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, played by Pedro Pascal, is running all these diagnostic tests. He doesn't know if this baby's going to have superpowers, what it's going to be like. And he's thinking of all these equations, all these scenarios. He's the smartest man in the world. He has to think and run through all these things. We also have Johnny Storm, Human Torch, played by Joseph Quinn, and honestly, he's way more likable this time around. No offense to Chris Evans, he did a fine job in the 2005 version, but he has this more likable, grounded charm rather than the playboy type, which I honestly liked a little bit better. And of course, we have Ben, aka The Thing, played by Evan Moss Backrack. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. He certainly rounded out the team. I think we see the fun dynamic between him and Johnny. You also see the loving brotherly friendship between him and Mr. Fantastic. Now, this group is pretty tight knit, but of course, we see Reed Richards and Johnny Storm have their playful little banter. I love the little humor behind it, classic brother in law stuff. So, I do love this tight knit group. I think it's a fantastic way to start this new phase. Now, let's talk about the big stuff, Galactus and Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer actually has a backstory here, and you see that she has sacrificed herself to save her own planet from Galactus. So she offers her services to him in order to save her planet, and basically she finds different planets for him and handpicks them for him to consume in order to save her planet. So you see that kindness behind her a little bit towards the end of the movie. She goes from dangerous person to full-on ally, really. Silver Surfer comes to Earth after Sue is already very heavily pregnant, and she basically says, hold your loved ones tight because Galactus is coming. She jets off after this warning. I don't really know why there's a warning, probably because you see that softer side of her towards the end of the movie. Johnny follows her. They have a little bit of a moment there, and basically the Fantastic Four tell the world, we're going up to Galactus. We're going to find out who this person is, what alien they are, whatever he is, and we're going to stop him. Well, of course, that meeting went a little bit awry. I mean, they met Galactus. They saw this huge, powerful being, and he basically scans them, I guess you could say. He wants Sue's child because he thinks that he will be an all-powerful being that will satiate his hunger. So it's kind of confusing to Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic because they're like, he's just a normal kid. We've done all the tests. We've done everything we can do, and to know if this is going to be a super powerful kid, it's just a normal baby. And Galactus says, absolutely not. It's the most powerful being. I want this child, and then I will spare Earth if you give me your child. Obviously, they say no. It's their unborn baby, their first child. I mean, what would you do in that situation? I don't know. It'd be a pretty tough situation, honestly, rock in a hard place. But it's their child. I mean, I get it. So they say, no, we're not doing that. They jet off in this cool little action sequence, which I liked. They get away, get back to Earth. And honestly, their next steps I wouldn't have done myself. Basically, Reed Richards tells them he wants our baby. and we're not giving it to him. So basically, y'all are fucked. Paraphrasing, of course. He was more like, "We will not abandon you," yada yada yada. So I would not have told humans the truth in that situation, because you're just opening up yourself to their hatred and like, "Oh, give me your baby. We need to save ourselves. Give Galactus your baby." Blah blah blah. Which is exactly what happened. They were pissed off. That basically leads them to a really weird plan. They want to use their kid as bait once Galactus does come to Earth, and it doesn't go as planned. I love this movie. I think the acting was great. Was it the best Marvel movie I've ever seen? No, of course not. We all know Endgame has raised our expectations so freaking high, but obviously not every movie can live up to Endgame. The Fantastic Four First Steps was a great movie for this phase. Great to lay the groundwork, and great to introduce us to these characters. I mean, we've had different introductions for these characters in a few different movies, but I think these actors have a good bond. They have a good chemistry on camera. So I really enjoyed seeing that play throughout the whole movie. I will say Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby's version of Reed Richards and Sue Storm was very nice. I think they had great chemistry. I really liked Vanessa Kirby's performance, honestly. I think she was probably my favorite performance out of the whole film. Now, with the CGI, honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was great for a Marvel movie. It wasn't overdone. It wasn't, any hiccups that we have seen in the past from them. So honestly, the CGI was not a problem for me in this movie. I think overall, like I said, not having so much action was perfect for this movie, just because it is laying the groundwork, like I've said a billion times. I just liked it as its own movie. I think it'll be really interesting to see them in future movies, which it is said that they will be in Avengers Doomsday, and we will see them once again. I hope they have their own the Fantastic Four film again. I think it'd be nice to have a second one of these four, just these four close knit, bonded people. So honestly, I hope to see the Fantastic Four 2, whatever that may be. All right, that is my thoughts on the Fantastic Four First Steps. What do you think about this new team, the setup, and the storyline? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.